Hey guys, this is Jared Henderson. We're sitting here in the Family First Life Orlando corporate office, sitting here in the podcast studio. We got a special guest with us today. We got Jeremiah Myers here with us. Had to give you some applause, dude. So that clap never gets old. But so really quick, I wanted to get you on and kind of just ask you a couple quick questions because you're brand new, right? You've been with us how long?
Like 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're how old?
I'm 18.
18.
Yeah.
Right. So you're even younger than I was when I started. A lot of people still, they'll give me crap about it. They're like, yeah, you were like a kid when you started. I was like, well, I was a kid, but I was like 20. I was almost 21 when I started. So you're actually even younger, than when I started. And I was still extremely young. I still am young. At least I try to think so. Right. But what I want to do is kind of go through a couple things and really try to give some new people some perspective, maybe some people looking at this opportunity, trying to figure out if it's for them, or maybe just that agent that's been around for a couple of months and they might be in a slump. They've sold a couple policies because it's going to happen to everybody. You start getting things figured out and then you kind of get a big head or you put some money in the account and then like it's like this, So I'm sure it'll help somebody, right? But first thing I want to say is how proud I am of you, right? Because when you got started, right, I liked you from the beginning, but I wasn't sure on your work ethic. And I was telling a couple of our staff, I was like, well, I think it's going to work because it's the people that, like, when I hire someone and they go, I'm going to be your best guy ever, that makes me nervous, right? But you just kept asking questions. If I told you to come in the office, you came in the office. You're like, what time do I need to be there? What do I wear? It was just always like, okay. And you just kind of did what we said, right? So you've been with us 3 weeks, right? And you just made a pretty decent sale, right? What did you do before this?
What you mean? Like, I was working at Fun Spot.
At where?
At Fun Spot.
Okay, so you're like a theme park kind of deal.
Yeah.
And you were an operator? Is that right?
Yeah.
You did the rides? Okay. Yeah. How long, and we don't have to say anything crazy, but how long would it take you to make $2,000 at your job there?
Well, to be honest with you, like my whole time working there, I made like probably like $5,000.
Wow.
Because I was only working weekends because I had basketball practice. I was just working weekends. Like my paychecks weren't even like all that.
It's like $300-400.
Not even.
Wow.
Like 200.
And you're working the weekends.
There's weekends.
All day.
Not even Fridays because I had game Fridays.
Wow.
So it was like.
Exactly. Wow. So you made almost more in an hour than you did in several months working there, which is in all fairness part-time. You're putting a lot more time and energy into this.
Yeah.
It's safe to say, right? Okay. So let's talk a little bit about how did you find us and like what made you want to get started in insurance sales? Like why didn't you go like sell cars or something?
Well, I don't know. I think like Alexis just texted me. I don't know what I applied for or anything like that because I was looking for a new job because I wasn't working at the time with Fun Spot. So I just remember Alexis, she texted me and then I don't know. She said like a long text or something like that. And I was like, might as well. I had nothing else to lose.
Yep. And she put you in contact with me. I called you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So what were your thoughts? Like after you talked to me, right? Because I know I didn't make up your mind whether you wanted, like you already had this up, but after you kind of talked to me, what were your thoughts? Like, were you sold on the fact of like, I'm going to do this for me? Or were you kind of like skeptical? Were you like,
Yeah, I was like, I thought like, this can't be real.
This can't be real, right?
But at first I was like, it was like, whatever. I got nothing to lose once again.
Yeah.
Like
I think that's important, right? Because that's kind of how I was when I was new. I thought it was too good to be true. And the thing that caught me up, Jeremiah, was the 100. Well, we go to 145 now, but it was 140%. I was like, how can carriers afford to pay? That doesn't make any sense. In my head, I'm like 100%. They're paying me more. But a lot of people just don't understand that insurance policies, they're going to pay on it for 30 years. So they're going to basically give us a year and a half of the commission up front, or a year, depending on what contract level you're at. It's very profitable for them and they can afford to pay it. And that's why they pay it, because we're going to make them a bunch of money. So when I started understanding that, I was like, wow, this business is insane.
Yeah.
What was the clicking point for you? Like what made you think it was too good to be true? Was it the money? Was it the fact you can make your own schedule?
Definitely the money.
The money.
Yeah.
Got it.
I didn't believe it. Like nowadays, like I be telling people like about this job in this company, but no one ever believes me. Like
Yeah.
not even my family. Like they always be like, "Oh, is this a scam? Is this a scam? Are you
Yeah.
trying to scam me or something?" I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just show you the money." Like I don't even say nothing. I just say, "I'll just show you the money."
Just show me the money.
I don't say anything.
No, I love it. That's
And my friends too. I'll just be like, "Okay,
okay.
I'll just
Yeah.
show you the money."
Yeah, awesome, cool, dude, man. Keep working at wherever you're. I'm not gonna say any company names, but keep working.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing. So, let's talk about this because I asked you when you first. I was like, "What do you think? What do your parents think of it?" Your parents are somewhat supportive, right?
Yeah, they're very supportive.
Yeah.
Like they never said like it's a scam or anything. They're just like straight up.
But you're like somewhat blood family, like aunts, uncles, like other people. They're just like,
Yeah, they'd be like, "Is it a scam?"
"Yep,
Like,
better be
whatever.
careful.
It's whatever.
Watch out, they'll get you." Right. Same thing with me, dude. It was one of those things where I thought it was too good to be true, but I also thought, one, like you said, what's the worst thing that could happen? And two, like, what do I have to lose? And I mean, what's the work? Like,
Exactly.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, I'll go back selling cars or cutting grass. I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? That's one thing I really like about you because you're not a very you might be outgoing. I just haven't gotten there yet with you, but you're a shy person.
Yeah.
You know?
At first, yeah, I'm really shy. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. And but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody thinks that you have to be super outgoing to do this. Yes, I think you have to have some type of personality traits. You have to care about people a lot. And you got to be willing to work really hard, but I think if you care, I think if you have that main piece of the puzzle, I think anybody can do this, So let's talk about this a little bit. So you get because you weren't licensed, right?
No, I wasn't.
So when I talked to you the first time, you probably had no idea what an insurance license was.
No, I did.
Right?
Like I wasn't even thinking about insurance.
You weren't even thinking about insurance. So I told you to come in the office. You sat through one of our business opportunity meetings, right? BDM, as we call it. And you're like, all right, I'm going to get licensed. You schedule your exam, right? And then you got through your class. We got you contracted, which you did that within 30 days.
Yeah.
Right? Because you were serious about it, right? Got licensed and contracted. And then whenever you're getting contracted, because I remember I had that phone call, we had some issues because some of the carriers took a little longer to get your writing numbers. And I know you were trying to get out in the field, right?
Yeah.
But you were just like, all right, we kept giving you things to do, but you plugged into all the training, right? Once you got contracted, what was the next thing I told you to do?
To me, I don't remember, but
You don't remember. You're like, dude, I'm just trying to make money. Right?
exactly. I don't care. Like I was just ready to get started.
Yeah, you're willing to do whatever it took. So I told you we need to get you leads, right? So I gave you some leads I got. You purchased some leads. You know what I mean? And you're like, look, I only got a couple. I'm like, it's fine. Whatever you got, like, let's go.
Yeah.
Right? Had no idea what you're doing, but you still invested in leads. Why do you think that was?
I was just hungry. I just wanted to get started once again. Like I just wanted to get started.
But what was it about? Like, what was it about the process that made you have faith? Because you had to have faith a little bit.
I don't even know. Like I just wanted to do something that, like, I don't want to go to college. Like I'm in college right now. I just don't want to go to college.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. So like after this semester, I just want to finish college. I'm not gonna do it no more because I like this better.
Gotcha.
I can create my own schedule, work for myself, start a team. So I like that way better.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's really good when you can just kind of make your own schedule, do what you need to do.
I felt like college is a waste of time because I do all this work and this.
And you're going to be working for somebody else at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Like that's where I was in the beginning, because I was ridiculed big for it. Like they're like, you're not going to go to college? Like, don't even talk to me. I'm like, okay. And it's funny because some of those people sell insurance with us now. I won't say any names, but it's like, they went to college, and it's just not for everybody. That's just how I see it. But again, I don't have it all figured out. I don't pretend to have it all figured out. But for me, I think it's one of those things where, like, unless you're going to school to be like a doctor, lawyer, I mean, you can go. I mean, for me, college, like, I got my college degree, I feel like, is starting this and building an agency and building a business. I feel like I went through more hoops and hiccups and all that, So I love it, dude. That's awesome. So you got leads, right? You hit a little bit of struggle in the beginning, right? I think you're a little anxious on the phone. Kind of talk about that, getting on the phone, because you were a little nervous.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about getting you in the field. So what was that like for you? And I was like, all right, call the leads.
At first, yeah, I was struggling because I'm not really good like talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have to talk like normal. Like I'm not around people who talk like that. I'm not.
You have slang.
Yeah, slang.
It is what it is.
I got a lot of slang, so
Yeah.
I'm not used to talking normal
Sure.
in a business field. It's not normal for me.
Yeah,
so it
but-
was hard, and I be stuttering because I gotta talk normal.
Right. But what did I tell you? Do you remember?
I don't remember anything.
I was like, dude, just be yourself.
yeah,
Be yourself.
yeah. I still talk like that, and
Yeah.
it's
You still
I'm
sell.
still exactly. I'm still getting used to it. So
Yeah.
I'm not like where I want to be yet. Not even close. So
Yeah.
I just want to keep working to
I
get
love
up there.
What do you all right, so now we're getting you better on the phone, right? Because you're calling more, right? One thing I really appreciate about you though is you always come in here in the morning. Like you don't ever come in here at like 12:30. You're like, hey man, I'm ready to die. Like you come in at like 8:30,
It's no point. Come
no-
at 12:30.
right?
You
know what I mean?
What else you doing?
What else you doing? Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So getting in the field. So you booked your first couple appointments. You're a little nervous.
Yeah.
You're like, Jared, I don't know. And I'm like, dude, it's fine. Just go to their house,
Yeah.
fill the sheet out and call me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What was your going through your head at that thought?
I was like,
Other than me just being crazy.
this don't make no sense. Like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
I was gonna keep calling you over and over again. Like the people's probably gonna think I'm like dumb.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, why I gotta keep calling him?
You didn't even call me when you made that sale, did you?
Nah, I don't really like need you like that no more. Cause I remember the one talk we had. I don't know if you remember when the guy he didn't come with his wife.
Yep.
That helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Like I wrote down most of that stuff, and I got most of the stuff like down myself. So that really helped me a lot.
It's simple. You know, you really got two products we sell, term and whole life. We got one in the middle and some annuity stuff, but it's at the end of the day, they're going to go into a term if they're young and healthy, and they're going to write whole life if they're a little bit older or they can't get term.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
really all you need to know.
That talk just helped me. I was like, wow, I can do this myself.
Super simple.
Exactly.
You know, when you get stuck, call me. Go, hey, underwriting, but now we have underwriting grids, underwriting guidelines. Would you have all those? It's just read it, because it's funny because people are like, how do you know? I'm like, dude, I'm looking through my binder. Like as you're calling, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't, Americo, you know, I don't, but I just have the resources. So let's talk about this sale, and then I want to wrap up. How are we on time? Perfect. So, because I remember we had the discussion, right? And you got paid on your first sale, and we have another sale that you're about to go through and get put through.
Yeah, I made a one yesterday too. It was a little one for like children, but I still did it myself.
Love it.
So it was a little one, but I still did it myself
Hey,
though. So I was still happy for that.
They all add up, dude.
Exactly.
You know, so we had a discussion because you got paid on your first sale, and then then you had leads. I know you had some bills and this, and you had that money to go through some other things, and you're like, I don't have any more leads. And then we have the other sale that's pending, that you have with another carrier that will get you paid on that one too, and so everything will be fine. But you're like, I don't have any more money for leads, right? And I'd given you some leads, and we had that conversation. I'm like, dude, you just got to pull something out with the leads you got, right? Most people go, okay, right? They just won't buy more leads, or they'll just go, I guess this isn't for me,
Yeah.
right? But what did you do?
I was door knocking. Like I was door knocking every day. Like literally every day.
Yeah.
Every single day I was door knocking.
And these are leads you just couldn't get a hold of.
Yeah. I was door knocking everybody.
So you just go to their house.
I don't care. I was door knocking
I love it.
everybody.
Why were you door knocking?
Like once again, I don't got nothing to do.
You ain't got nothing to do.
There's no point in wasting your time. So I was like, might as well just do this.
Yeah.
So,
It was funny because you asked me, you're like, do I just go to these people's houses? I was like, yep. Download Road Warrior. Get to knocking.
did it just like that. The 2 sales I made were off of door knocks.
That would have probably never answered your phone call.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? What did they say when you showed up?
They're like, who are you? And I just introduced myself. Just tell them who I was.
Showed them the lead.
They filled out the form. They're like, oh, okay. But the first, I think it was one of them. The one yesterday, I came. She was like, oh, I got to go real quick. Can I go talk to you tomorrow? I did it. Next day, made a sale.
Boom.
It's like that.
So that's, I think, a lot of people don't understand is door knocking is great. Call your leads, right? Be effective. But a lot of people are scared to door knock,
Exactly.
you know, and because it's a confrontation type thing. I don't like confrontation. No, you don't like confrontation. But at the end of the day, they filled in a form, asked for our help. If we're not truly serving our clients and actually going to their houses and giving them the help they asked for, really, what are we doing? You know? So I'm extremely proud of you for that, because you could have easily just gone, I'll just wait until I get some more money, or I'll go sell something, buy some more leads, which that's not necessarily a bad thing either. But what I like about it is, you know, it was going to create some grit. So you're like, I'm going to go door knock. Plus you just follow directions.
Yeah.
I appreciate that about you, right? Because that's how I was when I was new.
Mhm.
I didn't try to reinvent the wheel. I didn't try to overcomplicate things, you know. If you know, Killamat or Brent or Ryan, like one of those, like if they're just like, do this, I go, okay, when do I leave and where do I go? That was the two questions, you know, how do I do it? And it's kind of refreshing working with you in that standpoint, because you're just like, dude, what do I need to do? You know, instead of, well, I don't think I really need to door knock. I don't think I need to do that. I'm like, no, you do need to go door knock.
Yeah.
You know, you don't, it's never, how can I get out of it? Now, there might be things where you go, should I really? I'm like, absolutely. You know, just go to their house. So, wrapping up, what is your experience so far with Family First Life? And what is even though you're only a month in, what is something you wish you would have done different, or you're trying to do different right now? So how's your experience been so far, and what's something you're trying to get better at?
Well, like before I got my first paycheck, like my first deposit, like I was like, I wanted to work, but at the same time I was lazy. So I was like, I don't know if I should do that or not.
Yeah.
But once I got the first paycheck, that's what changed everything. Like I stopped being so lazy and stuff like that.
Belief level went to the roof.
I wanted more.
Yeah.
So I felt like that was nice. Like I didn't even spend that. Like I probably spent it on like leads.
Yeah, you did spend it on leads.
I didn't spend it on anything I wanted. I was just chilling.
Yeah.
I didn't really spend it like that.
Yeah.
I felt like it wasn't enough for me to spend.
Right.
So I was just like,
got to put it back in the leads.
Exactly.
What's one thing you're working on right now? Like, what are you trying to get better at?
Like on the phone.
Okay.
I feel like, to be honest, I feel like I'm pretty good in home. Like once I get in the home, like I feel like I'm pretty good. But it's just the phone.
The phone.
I still be stuttering. I still be.
How do you feel like you're going to get better on the phone?
Keep dialing.
Keep dialing.
Yeah.
Make more calls.
Exactly.
You know? So, well, dude, it's been a pleasure, man. I'm really excited for you because I know you do want to build a team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the whole thing about your friends, it just is what it is. You know, I still have people sometimes, they're like, oh yeah, how's that? I'm like, dude, you know, it just is what it is. Like they're either going to believe it or they're not, you know? And I used to try to be the person that would go, no. And I just believe what you want.
Yeah, they're lost. Especially if they're not doing anything, that's your loss. You're not doing nothing. You're still working that job. You're working those 2 weeks, getting an $800 paycheck.
Yeah, exactly. Well, my thing is, I want to bring whoever I can with me.
Yeah.
That's serious about it. You know, and there's always going to be the naysayers and there's always going to be the haters. I've always said, if you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong. Yeah. Right. But for me, you just got to keep doing what you're doing, pedal to the metal. Right. And you won't even have to make a statement. People will know. People will start coming to you.
Yeah.
And they're going to go, man, how do I do this? You know what I mean? So I'm extremely excited for you. How much are you going to sell this month? And we're recording this. So whenever you don't hit it, I'm going to go back and play it.
I just want to at least hit like 10,000. At least.
Let's do it. Issue
my
pay.
goal, I want at least 10,000. At least.
Yeah, Let's shoot for 15.
All right, for sure.
15,000.
I'm going to try.
We got Christmas coming up, dude. We got to get your parents some gifts.
Yeah.
15 grand.
All
right, bro.
I'm going to try.
All right, guys. Well, appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully this helps somebody. And we try to put out as many of these as possible. But we will be talking to you guys soon. And